Hi everyone, welcome to our day 2 series of our full AI course. So in the last video we discussed till this point, which was kind of some useful string methods. That's all we discussed till the last session. So what I do today, I will try to continue from that part onwards. Okay, so we are going to talk about string formatting, and we talk about three ways how you can do string formatting in Python. Okay, so we have one variable name, and name value is Sneha. Score, the value of score is 92.5. Rank 3. So we have these three kind of variables, and each variable contains some values. So what we do now, we'll now look formatting, multiple formatting ways. Okay, so the method one that you can see, let's see the method one. This is the old style, guys. Okay, so in modern Python we don't write formatting like this way, but this is just for your information how you can do that. So what I do quickly, I'll quickly just copy this part and show you below separately. Okay, so old style one variable I created, there I have written name, then this sign s, it means string inside Python. So whenever you give inside a string, you give like this, it means string inside Python. When you give something like this, it means float with one decimal place in Python. Okay, then rank, then again this d, it means integer decimal number. Okay, this is what it simply means. So I am formatting my string. I want to put a string here, I want to put a floating point number with one decimal place here and one integer in a decimal number here. Okay, if I execute this code, you will get the output. Okay, the name variable is not defined, so I'll quickly choose the name variable here, and then I can execute. Yes, so can you see this is coming like name Sneha, score 92.5, rank 3. Okay, this is how it will come up. Now there is another way, that we can discuss. This is what the another way, method 2. So in method 2 we use dot format. Dot format is also another way of doing the same thing. Okay, so in this format I have created one variable called format style, and format style will contain the actual output, right? Now I am writing something called name, then I am giving this curly braces. Okay, so these curly braces are nothing but these curly braces are the placeholders where my formatted values will be put on. Okay, that's why I am giving a place here like a placeholder, then score, then again this is also a placeholder. Okay, and this means this colon dot 1f means formatted float. Okay, then again another placeholder. Okay, so here in this float, this colon means starts formatting rules, then this one means one digit after decimal. So this simply it means. Okay, and if I execute this code, see at the end I have given dot format. Now dot format I passed name here. What is the name value? Name value was Sneha, and you can see this is the first placeholder, right? So name value will be put on here. Then score, this is the second placeholder, so the score value will be put on here. Then this is a third placeholder, so your rank value will be put on here. Okay, and if I execute this code, you will get the final output. See, name Sneha, score 92.5, rank 3. This is the another way of doing the formatting. Now the third way of doing the formatting, I will copy it, paste it. Now f string. F string is something that we discussed already in our day 1, but again I am discussing about the f string. So in f string what we do, it's like almost format string only, like how we did the formatting. Here we start with the f, then in the format we are pressing the placeholder, right? Now here we also create placeholder only, see same placeholder, but the only difference is now the variables that you are writing here in the dot front section, dot format section, instead of that what you need to do, you need to just put it here, name, score, 1f, rank. So you have to put these variables here instead of putting after dot format. That's all, nothing different you need to do. Okay, if you execute this code, you'll see that name Sneha came, score this much came, rank 3 came. Okay, okay. That's another thing. F string expressions can do math inside. Okay, so like, can you see, I am doing a plus b. So if I want to do any maths operations, right, any math operation, I can beautify that math operation output using f string. Like here you can see I have given a value a comma b equals to 6 comma 4. Okay, where a value is 6, b value is 4. Then what I am doing, print f string sum, then I am given this space for better clarity. Then in the curly braces I provided a plus b. So 6 plus 4 will be 10. Likewise I did for product, likewise I did for power, likewise I did for upper. Right, see how the output is coming. Sum 10, product 24, power 1296, upper Sneha. So if you want to format your math output using f string, you can do that like this way. Okay, so this is the part that I had for format string. Yeah, see, this is the final output that we had inside this code. Okay, great. So I'll just delete this cell because I don't need it anymore. Okay, now we talk about more handy string operations inside Python. Okay, first of all, I'm printing something called concatenation and repetition. Okay, I have created one variable, first equals to artificial, second equals to intelligence. Now if I want to do concatenation, these are the ways you can do that. First of all, concatenation, I have created one variable combined equals to first it is a string, right, then plus, then I have given a space, then plus, then I have given the second, that means artificial plus a space then intelligence. This is how it should be shown to us, right? So let me just comment out this code fully and let's see the output. See, first it has printed artificial, then it has added a space, then it has printed intelligence. So if you want to do concatenation, you can do the concatenation using strings using plus buttons. Okay, okay. Then repetition, what is the repetition thing? So I have created a variable divider equals to dash multiplied by 30. What does that mean? It means now this dash will be repeating 30 times, nothing else. If I execute this code, you will see it. See, it has repeated it 30 times. If you want to repeat any string, you have to just multiply with that number. It will automatically repeat it. Okay. Then next part. Okay. So there is something called length and checking content that we need to discuss. Like we have a word called Python 3 and it is a string. So if I call len word, again this is f string format. I am not going to explain to you f string again because you already know about f string, how it works, right? So here I am giving len words. Len words, what it will do, it will count the length of it. What is the length? Or how many numbers of characters you have here in this string. This is what it will calculate. Then what was Python 3 dot is alpha. It will check is it alphabetic or not. So it means does it have only letters or not. It will be false because it has 3 in the end. It will only check alpha means alphabetic or not. It means all of my characters are alphabetic or not. Okay, are all the characters inside this string letters or not. If any numbers are there inside that, then it will return false. Okay, is digit, it will check this string is a digit or not, because sometimes what happens, we keep digits inside the string also. Again I will show you as an example also, but let's first complete this part. Okay, so it will check, do I have only digits inside the string? No, I have digit as well as the alphabetic letters, right? That means this will be false. There is alnum, alphanumeric, that means do I have alphabets or letters as well as do I have numbers also. This will be true for this case. Then is space, so it will check is there any white space or not inside this string. I don't have any white space inside this string, so it will be false. So if I execute this code, you will see the output. See, alpha false, digit false, alphanumeric true, space also true. Okay, so how, again, why space equals to true came? Because here I have given something like a space. I have given a string like a space. Then I am saying dot space. Okay, so I am checking is there is white space there or not inside my this string, not word string, inside this string. Okay, that's what it is saying true. But if I really change it, right, if I really change it and print it like this, print f string space one word. Okay, then if I give it like this, word dot space. Okay, uh, checking only white space on the word. Okay, if I try to do it like this, right, if I execute this code now, see I am getting false because there are no spaces inside this string. Okay, so now for your example, digit example, I'll just give it to you. Like I have, let's say I have read like this 1 2 3 4. Now if I try to execute, if I try to add a new print statement f string, and if I like is digit on digit example. Okay, and if I just say it like this, um, the digit example dot is digit. Okay, if I execute this code, see you are getting true now. Why? Because this digit example variable has some digits inside this string. Now it has all the digits again. Each digit will check, do I have all characters are digit or not, which is true. I have all digits here, that's why I got it as true. Okay, I hope you have understood it. Now last example for this cell, I have a number of string called 1 2 3 4 5. I will check this is numeric or not. It's almost same like that. Okay, it's like almost is a digit only. It will check it is numeric or not. That means it has numbers or not in it. Okay, same thing it is checking. Okay, now the next example, and to explain you the next example, I'll just copy and paste and execute one line by line. Okay, so here I want something called label equals to Python. Then what I'm doing, print center 20. What is this thing is happening? First let me print it out, you will get it. So what is happening, I'm saying my label is Python, and then when I'm calling label dot center, okay, so this is another string method. Okay, label dot center, I'm saying 20 comma star. Okay, so let's see the length of this one. Okay, let's see the length of this whole string. Okay, let's quickly check the length of this whole string, 20. So the also length of this whole string is 20. Okay, great. So when I'm saying length label dot center equals to 20 and star, it simply means, first of all, I have Python, and what is the length of Python, guys? If I really need to check, 6. Okay, so 20 minus 6, how much? 14. Okay, so it means I'm saying you keep the Python string center, and I am saying you have to increase the length of the string till 20. Okay, now to do that you have to pad that string with this star. What does it mean, padding? Again, this example that we are discussing, right? This example is all about padding and alignment. Padding means simple, fill with something, that means, okay, fill with something, that means padding altogether. Okay, so when I'm saying do the padding with star, that means you keep the Python in between, and the length of Python is already 6. So now what you need to do, you need to fill with 14 stars. Okay, you need to fill with 14 stars. Okay, so that's what it kept. Automatically it has kept Python into the middle. Why? Because I am doing the dot center method, and then it is filling with the rest of the 14 values star here and here, and it will make sure that this Python should be in the middle. Now you guys may ask, if I try with 19, does it work? Let's try. Let's see. Sorry. Let's try. Let's see. See the length of the output. See, it's 19 only. So it will always make sure that Python should be in the middle, and it will try to pad with the rest of the values. So now if you have a 19 as a length and Python length was 6, so it will fill with 13 stars. Okay, and it will fill in such a way that the actual string should be into the middle. Okay, that's all it is. Now the next part. Let me again do it here only. Okay, I'm doing L just. Okay, let's execute. L just means simple. Again, guys, same thing. Okay, it means the same thing. Already saying L just. So this is also another example of padding. Okay, again I am saying you fill this string with dot. We were doing for star for this center case. Now we are doing the same for dot. The only difference is it is trying to push the string. So the string, what the string we had? Python. It is pushing the string into the left side first. Then it is filling the rest of it. So again, I am telling I need 20, right? That means 20 is my expected length. Out of the 6 is my length of Python. So it will now pad with 14 dot here. If I really also show you, this is really 14 dot or not, just to be sure. See, the length of these dots are 14 only. So it has automatically padded with 14 dots. Okay, this is the same example of R just. Again, it will push the Python into the left, right side, nothing different. It will push into the right side. Okay, and then Z fill. Yeah, execute this code. So what Z fill does, simple. I am saying take the 42 as string and Z fill 10. So Z fill, what it does, it fills or it pads with zeros. Z fill always pads with zeros. So I am saying do the Z fill on 42 string 10. That means it will now for length of 42 is 2, right? And I am saying I need the total length of 10. So 10 minus 2, 8. So it will add 8 zeros before the 42. So if I really calculate the length here, see 8. So this is all about the padding that I wanted to discuss. So these are the ways you can do the padding and do the alignment inside strings in Python. So I hope you guys have understood about the padding. Okay, now let's discuss about the section 5, that is called boolean. So what is boolean? A boolean represents one of the exactly two values, true or false. Boolean in Python we syntactically call it as bool, and a boolean represents one of exactly two values, true or false. So capital T and F matters. True and false are not valid Python booleans. So as I said, Python is case sensitive, right? So the true and false has to be in this format only. Like true and false, if you write in lowercase or fully in uppercase, right, it is not a proper Python syntax. True should be written like this, false should be written like this. Then only Python treat is as boolean. If you really write true and false like this, then only Python treat is as boolean. Okay, so booleans are the foundation of all decision making in programs. If statement, while loop, comparison, logical statement, everywhere this boolean will be used. Okay, so inside Python, true means 1, false means 0. Okay, so this is a comparison operator that we discuss later, but this means simple. True means 1, false means 0. So inside Python, true can be represented as 1, false can be represented as 0. Okay, So that means you can do arithmetic with booleans. As true means 1, false means 0, you can do arithmetic operation like 1 plus 1 2, 1 plus 0 1, 0 plus 0 0, like that. Okay, so we will see, now we will see that thing. So here you can see the example. So basic booleans we are discussing now. So I have created one variable is raining. Raining is happening or not. This is true. Again, can you see the true color is different? It is not normal string color. Why? Because this is Python's boolean syntax. That's why. Is sunny false. Has passed true. Is logged in false. Right? And again I am using f string to do that. Now here at the end I have used type is raining just to show you the type. What is the type of the variable of is raining? See, is raining true, is sunny false, and can you see the type of a class boolean, bool. So in Python we call it as bool syntactically. Okay, so this true and false are bool type. Okay, now let's do some comparison operator to see the output. So we have a equals to 10, b equals to 20, and we are applying some comparison operator. Again I am using f string everywhere to format the string properly, guys, and I hope till now you guys are quite confident on f string. So I am not going to explain you the f string again. Instead of that I'll be just discussing about the comparison operator here fully. Okay, so a b I have given here. Now what I am checking, a double equal to b, simply it means it's checking equal to. It means a and b are same or not. If they are same, it will return true. If they are not same, it will return false. And in our case a equals to 10, b equals to 20, they are not same, it means it will return false. Then this means not equal to inside Python. I have mentioned not equal to. So if a is not equal to b, then true. If a is not equal to b, it is, if a is equal to b, then it will be false. Okay, then this means a less than b, a greater than b, a less than equals to b, a greater than equals to b. Okay, if you execute this code, you will see the output. See, false, true, true, false, true, false. Okay, now the next one is comparing strings. If I want to compare two strings, like apple equals to apple, if I want to compare two strings, I can compare that too. So apple equals to apple are the same? Yes, they are same. Now apple, this where a is capital equals to apple, Python is case sensitive, right guys? That means this is not true. So if you see, for this it came true, but for this it came false. Why? Because this apple is not same as this apple, because Python is case sensitive. Okay, and then if you try to check the alphabetic case also, see, string a less than string b, alphabet, it can check alphabetical order too. It can check alphabetical order too. That's why it is returning true. If you want to check alphabetical order inside Python, you can do that too. Okay, now let's talk about some logical operators, and, or, and not. Okay, so here I have something called h equals to 20, hash ticket true, is VIP false. Okay, so I'm checking logical and, both must be true. So when we use and, we use and on such cases where two conditions are true. Okay, like I am saying can enter, it is a variable. I am saying age greater than equals to 18, this is inside parenthesis. I am saying age greater than equals to 18, this is true because age is 20, and has ticket, it is also true. So true and true becomes true, so both must be true. So in our case both are true. That means it will print true also at the end. Okay, now next, or, logical or. What do we do? Or, at least one must be true. Okay, like here can skip queue, one variable. I am saying has ticket, true. Or is VIP, false. That means he has a ticket but he is not a VIP, because it is or operator, and at least one must be true, which is true in our case. Has ticket is true, so the final output will be true only. Okay, then if I talk about logical not, so not flips the value. What does it mean? If you say not true, it will be false. If you say not false, it will be true. If you say not is VIP, what is the value of is VIP? False. So not false means true. Okay, there is another thing called combining operators. So is the person allowed and not a VIP? See, Here I am doing 3 checkings. Okay, if you see, first checking is age greater than equals to 18 and has ticket and not is VIP. So age greater than equals to 18, true, has ticket, true, and is VIP. Is VIP is false, and not false, not false means true. So true and true and true. So the final result will also be true. Okay. If you execute this code, you will see the final answer. See, for this we got yeah, for this we got true, for this we got true, for this we got false, true, true, and for the final combining operator also we got true. I hope this is clear. Okay. The next, true and false values. So in Python, every value has an implicit Boolean interpretation. So in Python, whatever you see, right, everything has on Boolean interpretation. We don't see it, but it is there. Okay. So how it is there? So I'm first showing some false values, like in which cases inside Python things means false in Boolean, and I will discuss which cases in Python things taken as true. Okay. So these are false values example. So whenever you have 0, 0.0, 0j, then nothing, then empty list, empty dictionary, empty set, none. Again, what is list, what is dictionary we discuss, but if you see these kind of things inside your code, right, the empty set. So what, something which is empty, something which is none, something which is 0, this all will be treated as false inside Python. If you execute this code, you will see it. Don't focus on the below one, focus on the above one only. So this Boolean 0, 0, so something in Python 0, something empty, these all things will be treated as false inside Python. Okay. So whenever you write your logic, keep these things in your mind. It will be easier for you to write your own logic for any kind of cases. So something which is 0, or something which is empty, or something which is none, in such cases you can treat them as false. Okay. And how these things is coming, this indentation is coming because of this one. So I am saying this symbol, it means that I am saying alignment. I am trying to do alignment. I am saying go. So this is 8 spaces. This also are 8 spaces. So I am trying to align it. I am saying you go to the left side and keep a space like this much. Okay. Thus this is just for formatting, guys. I am printing, right, using F string. So this is just for formatting, nothing else. This is just for formatting. Okay. So inside Python, see, I am calling bool. I am calling here bool. I am calling here as a bool, and inside the bool I am passing the value. So I am running a loop. So this loop will pick one value at a time. First it will pick 0, 0.0, 0j and all. Again, I will discuss loop later, but just for your understanding, this loop, what it will do, it will pick one value at a time, 0, 0.0, 0j, this one, and this one by one it will pick. Okay, and it will apply bool on top of it. Bool, again you can see the color of the bool, it means it is written by Python, and it will check what is the boolean of it, true or false. It will check these things. Okay, so that's why you can see we are getting false, 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 false. But now for the true values, you can see any number, anything, 1, -1, 3.14, any text, any list, any dictionary, any boolean value, it will always return you true. Simply it means something, some number like more than 0, okay, any string, any value that are there inside a list, inside a dictionary, okay, this all will be treated as true in boolean. Okay, and as I discussed, true means 1, false means 0 inside Python. It means we can do the mathematical operation. Like, can you say we are doing true plus true? So true means 1. So 1 plus 1 equals to true. True multiplied by 5. True means 1. So 1 multiplied by 5 will be 5. Then false plus 100. False means 0. 0 plus 100 means 100. Okay. Again, we can do this sum operation also. Can you see sum operation? Again, I will discuss about the functions in more detail, but these are the examples that I wanted to give it. Sum. Inside the sum I am passing true, 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 true. So true, true, false, true. So this means 1, this means 1, this means 0, this means 1. So when I apply sum operation, that means 1 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1. It will be 3 at the final. If you execute this code, you will see the output. See, 2 plus 2, 2 came. 2 multiplied by 5, 5 came. False plus 100, 100 came. Then for sum I am doing right, I got 3 as a final output. Because this means 1, this means 1, this means 0, this means 1. Okay. So this is the complete discussion about Boolean inside Python. Okay. Now the next is section 6, that means none, NoneType. What is none? So none in Python's ways of representing nothing, no value or absence of a value. So none simply means nothing, no value. Again, don't think it is not 0. None doesn't mean 0. It is not false. None does that mean false. It is not an empty string. No. Empty string is also not none. It is its own NoneType. NoneType means again nothing, no value, absence of a value. Okay. So the common uses like default return value of functions which don't return anything. Then placeholder before a value is known. Checking if a variable was set or not. In such cases we use it. Okay. So I'll just quickly show you that. So now again, none is a NoneType thing, okay, inside Python, and none is automatically taken by Python. So if you write none like this, na, so it is again, you can see the color is different. It means it is inbuilt in Python. And again, you cannot type none like this. It will not work. You have to type none like this only, okay, because Python is case sensitive. So I'm saying result equals to none, user input equals to none, API response equals to none. Then I'm printing a DJ normally using f string. Again I am checking the type also, none also, just to show you the type. See, type of none is NoneType, and type of result is also NoneType because result value is none. That's why it's all NoneType. Okay. Okay. Now what we do, we check for none. Always use is or is not. Okay. So I'm saying value equals to none. Okay. So the correct way of doing this kind of checking inside, we can use if and else conditions. I am showing using if and else condition. So what do we say? So again, these are the conditional operator that we are discussing right now. Okay. So we are saying correct way of doing it. So we are saying if value is none. So if and else, you guys know, if means if it is true, good. If it is not true, it is false. So I am saying if value is none. So is, you can use, again, is also Python inbuilt operator that we can check. So I am saying if value is none, again it is true, value is none, it will print value is none, correct, check. And again I am checking if value is not none. Again see, this if and this if are different, okay, because this if is not inside this if, right? So this below if is not inside this above if, right? That means they are different. Okay. So this I am checking if value is not none. Value is not none. It is not true. It is false. That means this print value has something will not be executed. Okay. But as I am using if and else together in this case now, so if this condition is not becoming true, it will come into the else condition, and it will print value is none, else branch runs. Okay. It's something normal, and normal something I have printed. So this is a proper Pythonic way of checking the none in your values, in your variable. But there's another way you can do, simply if value equal to none. I mean, you can use comparison operator also to do that. The value equal to none. If it is true, then print like equal to also works, but it is less preferred. Okay. Okay. So if I execute this code, you will see the output. See, it is printed value is none, and for this case it is printed this one. Value is none, else branch runs, and for this also works, but is preferred. So this is the ways of checking the nones using is and is not. Okay. All right. Great. Now let's talk about the function. Again, function is something that we discuss in a deeper manner later. But just to show you none as an example, I am showing you that. Okay, so whenever we discuss about um, any function inside Python, or okay, let's do one thing, let's not discuss none with functions for now, because functions is a bit different topic and I need to explain you function first, then only you can understand about it. Anyways, later days we are going to discuss about functions in deeper manner, so there anyways we are going to discuss about none. So I am just deleting this cell for now. We not discuss about functions here, we discuss about function when it will come, on that time we discuss about none type there. Okay, next topic is dynamic typing and type. Okay, so Python is dynamically typed, you don't declare types, Python figures it out. Compare with statically typed language like in C, right? You have to mention what is the data type of your variable. Inside Python we are not doing anything like that, correct? So if you see, I am saying a equals to 42. So I am not saying that it is an integer, it is a boolean, it is a float, something like that. No, Python automatically understood that this means integer. Same, b equals to 3.14. Python automatically understood this is float. C equals to 2 plus 3j. Python automatically understood this is complex. D equals to hello. Python automatically understand that it is string. Same for true, same for none. Okay. So if I want to print it like this using dictionary methods, I am printing it like this. So these all are the type of, see I am simply printing the type of the values, like class integer, class float, class complex, class string, class boolean, class none type. These are all saying the data type of each of them. So I am simply just doing this printing here, using f string. Okay, integer, float, complex, string, boolean, none type. Okay, by running the loop. Okay, again, what is this dot items and all we discuss. For now, just understand I am showing you the output. Just focus on the output right now. Don't focus on the loop code and all. This code we will be discussing about it later. Okay, just for now focus on that. Okay, this 42 means when I called the type, this 42 came as integer, this came as float, this came as complex, this came as string, this came as bool, this came as none type. That's all you need to focus on right now. Okay, now dynamic reassignment. Variables can change types. Okay, how it can happen? So let me first execute the code to show you. Okay, so I am saying data equals to 100. Okay, then what I am doing, I am simply saying data equals to 100. Then I am saying type of the data dot name. If you call like this, right, if you call type of the data, okay, then if you give a dot and then you write underscore underscore name underscore underscore, then it will tell you the output like this integer, because we were getting something like class int, class float, class complex, right? But if you want to only get the int, float, complex, in such case you need to call dot underscore underscore name underscore underscore. If you type like that, it will show you the actual data type. It will not say class integer, class floating and all. Okay, so see, data equals to 100 and data was integer type. Now again I have reassigned the same variable to another type of variable, right? Data equals to 100, data equals to 3.14 now, and see, now data holds a float, type changed. Now the data variable type is float, because now it is replaced with 3.14. Then again data equals to machine learning, now data holds a string. So one variable we can change, right, change the values of one variable. Okay, so data was 100 before, then data became float, then data become string, then data become list, and like that. Okay, so Python is fine with this, but it can cause confusion. Best practice, you keep one type per variable throughout your code. So again, this is just for a demonstration, but best practice is keep one type per variable throughout your code, so that you will not get confused while writing your code. Okay, okay, so let's discuss about something more, something called isinstance. What is this isinstance thing? This is the preferred way to check types in real code. So whenever we write the codes in production, right, we don't use type much. Instead what we do, we use isinstance. Okay, so here you can see I have written something called x equals to 42. I am calling isinstance. Isinstance takes two values, one the object, this means this x 42, then comma integer. Why integer? Because it takes the class or the tuple. So I want to check this x is integer or not, so that's why I passed integer, and this is instance return true or false. That means if this x is integer, then it will return true. Same for the below I have checked x comma float. That means I am checking is 42 is float or not, x comma float. Then same x comma string. So this 42 is string or not, that's what we check. Okay. As same example, I have provided y equals to 3.14, and if you want, you can check multiple types at once. Okay, so here I was checking only one type. Is it a integer, is it a float, or is it a string? In this case we can check multiple cases. Like in this instance y means 3.14 here. Is it a integer or float? If any one of them is true, it will return true. Then y string comma boolean. If any one of them is true, it will return true. Okay, great. Again, this is another example of the is instance that we discuss when we discuss about functions. Now see, it came true because 42 was integer, 42 was not float, 42 was not string. Then 3.14, so 3.14 was float, that's why it came true. 3.14 was not either neither string nor bool, that's why we got it as false. Okay, I hope this section is also cleared. This section 7 is also cleared. Okay, now section 8, typecasting. What is typecasting? Converting a value from one type to another. If you want to do something like that, converting a value from one type to another, you can use typecasting. Okay, like integer, right? You can call integer 42, float, string, like these ways you can do the typecasting. I discuss about it now. Okay, so there are two types of typecasting available: implicit and explicit. Implicit means automatically, so Python converts silently when safe. Okay, like 5 plus 2.0, Python converts the output to 5 to 5.0 automatically. So sometimes Python does typecasting automatically when it feels it safe, like when you do 5 plus 2.0. So 2.0 is a float and 5 is an integer, but the output is 7, right? So 5 plus 2, like 5 plus 2.0, so this means 7, right, or 7.0. So Python converts 5 to 5.0 automatically. So what happens in such cases? Python automatically changes it so that the calculation can be done normally. Okay, then explicit, manual. You call a conversion function yourself to convert it, like integer 42, string 100 and all. Okay, so we discuss about the this example. Okay, so what we are doing, result 5 plus 2.0, you know the output, and I am checking the type of the result. If I execute this code, see, 5 plus 2.0 came as output as 7.0, and the type of this is 7.0. I mean type of this is float. Okay, then next, integer plus complex number. Python promotes integer to complex. Okay, Python promotes integer to complex. So when I am doing 3 plus 1 plus 2j, and if you see the answer, 3 plus 1 plus 2j output came as 4 plus 2j, and the type of the output is complex. Okay, that's what I checked. Then integer divided by integer always returns a float in Python 3. So whenever you do integer divided by integer, right, it will always return you the float. See, 10 divided by 2, you got 5.0. Again, this is a float. Then bool plus integer. Bool treated as integer. You know, right? True means 1, false means 0. The output will be coming at 10. See, output came as 10, and the output type is integer. Okay. So Python implicit promotion order like this: first boolean, then integer, then float, then complex. So this is the implicit, this is the automatic example where Python promote like this: first boolean, then integer, then float, then complex. This is the hierarchy Python follows while promoting the orders. Okay. Then let's do the manual example. Okay, so here I have something called 3.9. So 3.9 is a float. What I want to convert that into integer. So for that, what I am doing, int 3.9. Okay, then 3.1 I want to convert that into integer. I am saying int 3.1. Then minus 3.9 I want to convert that to integer, int 3.9. Then I have a string. See, string, but integer string must be a valid whole number. If you want to apply any int, float, complex, right? So these all should be numbers. Then only this can be converted, right? So if I pass any random string like Tanmay, right, it will not work because Tanmay is not a number here. It will throw an error. If I execute now, I'll show you the error. So it is throwing an error, value error. Int with base 10 Tanmay. So Tanmay cannot be done because it is a string. But if you pass a valid number, inside a string, it will work. If you want to convert string to integer, you can do that like this. If you convert boolean to integer, that also you can do like this. Okay. So now there's something called int you can apply with a base, convert string from another number system. You can do that too. Like here you can see, I am saying 1010. So this is treated as binary 1010. Okay. Then ff, this is the hex. Okay. So I am saying hex ff, which means 255. Okay. Then octal 17, it means decimal 15. Okay. So you can convert from another number system also, from binary, from hex, from octal, you can do that too. Okay. And I just quickly show you till this much first. Okay. See, all came the output. So integer become 10, int become 255, and become 15. Okay. And you can see now 3.9 converted to 3, 3.1 converted to 3, minus 3.9 converted to minus 3, integer 42 converted to 32. Okay, I'm not sure why. Okay, it has to be 32, sorry. Yeah, so integer 32 is now become 32, integer minus 10 is now become minus 10, integer 2 become 1, integer false become 0. Okay, so now what doesn't work with int? So if you want to convert a decimal point value, okay, like string with a decimal point, now see 3.14, I know it is a floating point number and it is inside a string. So now if you want to convert this one as integer, it will not work, it will throw an error. This is the limitation. Okay, see, int 3.14 value error, invalid literal for int base 10 3.14. So if your floating point number is inside a string, then you cannot convert it. Okay, likewise if you are trying to convert any numbers or any string into numbers like hello, it will not work. I have showed you as an example already, right? Okay, now another thing again, I have shown how integer you can convert something to integer. Same example I am showing for float. Now to convert them into float, you just have to call float, nothing else. Okay, but when you pass float, right, float inside the string and call it to float, then it will work. That means for integer it will not work. If you cause 3.14, then you want to convert that into integer, it will not work. But if you are trying to do typecasting on a floating point number, like this case, it will work. Okay, again 100 will work, 105, again the scientific notation that we discussed. INF means infinity, I discussed already. Nan means not a number. Again I told nan means inside Python floating point number. Okay, and float true, float false you can do, but you cannot do floating point to some text. Again it is logical, you cannot convert any text to numbers. I mean you cannot do the typecasting from string to numbers, right, like using float or integer. So yeah, see 7 into converted into 7.0, minus 6 converted into minus 3.0, and 0 and all of this. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now converting to string. Now if you want to convert it to string, right, everything in Python can be converted to a string. So in string, no problem, everything inside Python can be converted into string. You can convert an integer, you can convert a floating point number, you can convert a boolean, you can convert a NoneType, you can convert complex, you can convert list, everything. Okay, see, everything is converted into a string, no problem. Okay, and when str, I mean conversion to string, is useful, I will show you that example also, because I know I may need to convert integer to float, float to integer, but when I need to convert things to string, see, I have a variable age equals to 25 and name equals to Ria, right? Okay, so you cannot concatenate string plus integer directly. So you know, right, we are using plus operator to concat two strings, correct? But if you want to concat integer and string using the plus operator, it will not work directly. Okay, if you try to do that, it will get an error. If I execute, see, I am trying this, my name is plus name plus I am plus age years old, age was 25, which is an integer. See, I am getting error, can only concat string, not integer to string. It is saying I cannot concat with integer, that means I cannot concat a number with string. Okay, further what you need to do, you need to use f string. This is one of the ways you can use f string to do that, or you can use str operator. Like I am saying, my name is plus name plus and I am plus str age. Now what I am doing, I am converting this age number to string now, and if I try that, then it will work. See, it came str fixed, my name is Ria and I am 25 years old. You can use this way, or you can use f string also the same way. Okay, so this is all about our typecasting in this section 8. Okay, so in this section 9 I have kept some practice exercises that you can check while checking this notebook. I am not going to discuss all these practice exercises, and this is the complete summary of our discussion. Okay, so this is all I have for our day 2, guys. I hope you guys have understood about these Python variables and data types, and I hope you are now quite confident on that topic. So we'll catch up again in day 3. Thank you all for watching this video.